What physical punishment seems innocent but actually has horrific consequences? When I was 9, our 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Williams, started this new punishment called the cold seat. Any kid who broke classroom rules had to sit on this plastic chair she kept right by the hallway window. No jacket, no sweatshirt, just whatever shirt and pants you came to school wearing. It didn't sound like much, just sitting in a chair, right? But our school was in North Dakota, in January. The first time I got sent to the cold seat was for passing notes to my friend Kevin during math. Mrs. Williams pointed to that stupid plastic chair and said, "5 minutes, Tyler." I figured it would be easy. Just sit there and wait it out. But that window was old and didn't seal properly. The wind was brutal that day, maybe -10 degrees outside, and it came right through the gaps like ice water. 2 minutes in, my fingers started going numb. 5 minutes turned into 10 because she forgot about me. My ears felt like someone was stabbing them with needles. When I finally came back inside, my hands were so cold, I couldn't hold my pencil right. Mrs. Williams just smiled and said, "I hope you learned your lesson." None of us kids said anything to our parents. We were scared of being labeled troublemakers. Plus, Mrs. Williams made it sound totally normal. She'd say things like, "A little fresh air never hurt anyone," or "Maybe next time you'll think twice." But week after week, kids would come back from that chair looking like they'd been outside in a blizzard. My friend Jessica got sent out there for talking back, and when she came back, her lips were actually blue. Another kid named Brandon started crying from the cold, but Mrs. Williams just waved at him through the window and kept teaching. One girl named Amanda even fainted when she stood up after 20 minutes out there. Mrs. Williams said she was just being dramatic. I got the cold seat 4 more times that winter. Once for not having my homework, once for dropping my books too loudly, and twice for allegedly disrupting class when I was just asking questions. Each time was worse than the last. I started having nightmares about that plastic chair. I'd wake up in cold sweats, feeling like I was still sitting by that window. By February, I had this weird rash on my hands that wouldn't go away. My mom kept asking about it, but I just said I'd been playing in the snow too much. The skin on my fingertips started peeling and they'd sting whenever I touched anything cold, even just a glass of water from the fridge. The breaking point came when my little sister Emma, who was in 2nd grade, got Mrs. Williams the next year. She came home one day with her fingers swollen and red. When my mom asked what happened, Emma started crying and said she'd been on the bad chair for forgetting her library book. That's when I finally told my mom everything. She went ballistic. She was on the phone with the principal within minutes, then the school board, then threatening to call the police. The school kept saying it was just a non-contact disciplinary method and that it was totally within their rights. They acted like we were all just being babies, but my mom wasn't backing down. She took photos of Emma's hands and my peeling fingertips. She got in touch with other parents and found out that at least 6 other kids had similar symptoms. 2 kids had developed early signs of frostbite, and one boy's doctor said he might have permanent nerve damage in his fingers from repeated exposure to extreme cold. Mrs. Williams got fired immediately. The school district had to pay for medical treatment for all the affected kids, but the damage was already done. That boy with the nerve damage still can't feel his fingertips properly, even now that we're in high school, and I still get panic attacks sometimes when I'm really cold.